Attributes to know winners and creators of each treasure. Modification of the treasure model and new validations. In this new episode, we will add new attributes to the treasure model and create validations for them. These new attributes will help us to know the creator of each treasure, and when someone finds it, what is its name. In addition, we will add an attribute to know the participants of each treasure. The first thing is to go to the models.ms file and find the treasure model. And we will add the attributes creator and win, both of user type, and finally, the participant attribute of user array type. Model, treasure, open curly brackets, string name, double latitude, double longitude, integer points, bool has been found, value, open parenthesis, false, close parenthesis, user creator, user win, array, less than, user, greater than, participants, close curly brackets. The next thing we will modify is our getLocalPersistedUser function. Once the function is found, we will add the invocation to the performLogin function at the end of the if control structure. The parameters that we will send will be the name and password obtained from our local persistence. The return will be assigned to the variable user. Accounts.performLogin, open parenthesis, user.name, comma, user.password, close parenthesis. In this way, we will have the reference of the instance of our database. This will allow us to save models in Cloud Persistence and add it as an attribute value in this instance and link it with the one in the database. Also, when we change the password on another device, this session will end automatically, since the password is old. The next thing is to create a function to validate that the name of the treasures is unique. Therefore, when trying to create one with an existing name, do not allow this action. This function will return a Boolean value, true if it is valid to use and false when it is already in use. The name will be validateTreasureName, and as a parameter we will pass a value of string type with name, treasure name, that will be the name that we validate. Bool, validateTreasureName, open parenthesis, string, treasure name, close parenthesis. Within this function, we will have to perform a filter search to Cloud Persistence for the treasure model. The search criterion will be that the attribute name is equal to the one we passed per parameter. Filter, filter, equals filter, open parenthesis, model name, colon, treasure, close parenthesis. Filter dot equal to, open parenthesis, name, comma, treasure name, close parenthesis. We perform the search with this filter, and then we will have to corroborate if results have been thrown. For this, we will create an if structure. In the condition of this, we will evaluate if the search has thrown us elements. So we will use the size method of arrays. We will operate with greater what, and the value 0. If, open parenthesis, treasures.size, open parenthesis, close parenthesis, greater than 0, close parenthesis. If this condition is true, it will execute the return of the value false. This will indicate that the name already exists. On the contrary, if this condition is not valid, it will return true, indicating that this name is valid for its use. Return false, close curly brackets, return true. We already have our function to validate the creation of treasures. Now we will have to implement it in our application. For this, we will go to the createTreasure.ms file, and in the createTreasure rule, we will add an if control structure that in the condition will invoke the function that we create, and as parameter, the attribute ct.name. This structure will have inside the code for the creation of a new treasure. If, open parenthesis, accounts.validateTreasureName, open parenthesis, ct.name, close parenthesis, open curly brackets. Treasure, new treasure, equals treasure, open parenthesis, close parenthesis. New treasure.name equals ct.name. New treasure.latitude equals ct.latitude. New treasure.longitude equals ct.longitude. Integer indes equals ct.points.selected, open parenthesis, close parenthesis, dot get, open parenthesis, 0, close parenthesis. New treasure.points equals ct.points.get, open parenthesis, indes, close parenthesis. Broker.cloudpersistence.save, open parenthesis, new treasure, close parenthesis. Broker.ui.showAlert, open parenthesis, yeah, comma, thanks for adding a new treasure, close parenthesis, close curly brackets. Finally, we will add an else structure. Inside it, a show alert will be executed to indicate the user because his application could not be created. This message will have the title, oops, and description, please select a different name. This name is already in use. Else, open curly brackets, broker.ui.showAlert, open parenthesis, oops, comma, please select a different name. This name is already in use, close parenthesis, close curly brackets. Finishing the creation of a treasure, we have to assign the creator attribute of the treasure model, the global variable logged user. New treasure.creator equals logged user. Then, we will modify our logic of the onInit block. So we will go to the main.ms files and remove the broker.ui.push, open parenthesis, login, close parenthesis sentence from the else structure and place it above the calls to the getLocalPersistedUser function. Finally, we will delete the else structure. We do this so that whenever there is an error in the automatic login of the application or we logged out, the application ends in the login screen. Finally, we'll go to the models.ms file again and go to the perform login function. In this function, we will add two calls to the remove local persisted user function when the password or username check fails. This way, if the user or password is incorrect, they will be removed from the local persistence. These calls will be made before the return statement. We can now save our application and test it in the matter viewer to observe that we will not be able to create treasures with the same name.